This trans icon Tuesday, let's talk about Miss Major Griffin Gracy. Miss Major was born in Chicago in the 1940s. In her early teens, she came out as trans to her parents, who were less than compassionate. They enrolled her in psychiatric treatment in an attempt to cure her. But it didn't work, bitch! Fast forward to the late 50s, and Miss Major was living her life as openly as she could. And even when her parents kicked her out, she continued on. She made a living by working as a showgirl and doing sex work. But after being put in a psychiatric ward in Chicago, she fled to New York, where she found the Stonewall Inn. It was one of the few gay bars that allowed trans women entry at the time. And because of that, she was a regular, meeting and befriending many other trans women there. The year after the Stonewall riots, Miss Major's friend Puppy, another trans woman, died. The police deduced it was a suicide, but Miss Major was sure her friend was murdered by a client. This was a turning point for her, as she saw how little police and people at large cared for trans people, so she decided to take matters into her own hands from then on. She said, and I quote, "We girls decided that whenever we got into a car with someone, another girl would write down as much information as possible. We would try not to just lean into the car window, but get a guy to walk outside the car so that everyone could see him. So we all knew who he was if she didn't come back. That's how it started. Since no one was going to do it for us, we had to do it for ourselves." In the late 70s, Miss Major moved to San Diego and started engaging in more community-based services that helped local trans women. During this period, she ended up in prison after engaging in a Bonnie and Clyde style operation. Her words, not mine. She spent a few years in there, where she met a mentor who helped protect her and raised her inside. In the AIDS epidemic, she organised a group of trans women, the Angels of Care, to help take care of gay men dying of the disease. She had continued doing community work throughout her life, and in 2004, she became the executive director of the Transgender Gender Variant Intersex Justice Project. That's a lot of words. An organisation that will provide support to transgender and intersex people in prison. Her work with them continues up to this day, for which she is still known as an absolute force and champion for protecting trans women of colour, with a focus on those who have survived police brutality. She laughs at how Pride is now astonished that it is so corporate and pro-police. It's definitely lost touch with its origins, but Miss Major hasn't, and she never will.